My full name is Jonathan Christian Tripp. I go by my middle name though, Christian, and I am originally from Michigan, Detroit area, but my family has moved around quite a bit, lived in states like Texas and Arizona, Oregon, but my family is living in Idaho right now, so that's where I say I'm from. I am studying leadership, I'm studying business, business entrepreneurship, also public speaking, and anything else that I have an opportunity to. So I first heard about Cumorah Academy when I went to a YSA Conference in Utah. I walked by a booth and I saw a sign that they were raffling off a trip to Cancun, and I stopped into the raffle, but then I learned more about Cumorah and what they actually were. I had never heard about them before that. I learned more about their mission and more about what they were looking for and the standards they uphold. A lot of it aligns with my own personal beliefs and my own personal values. It also seemed like a really unique opportunity to come to a foreign country and to live here, not only just to live here, but to get to experience their culture. I got to do that once on my mission when I served an LDS mission in Ukraine, and so an opportunity to come back and learn a different culture and also learn from people who have more experience than I do in life. It is an opportunity that's hard to pass up. My life before coming here was filled with studying for exams. I am heavily considering going to law school, so I was taking the LSAT, and at the same time I was actually working at a Brazilian grill before I came here to kind of save money and kind of experience a new part of life. I've had experience working in a lot of different fields, but my life was kind of at a little bit of a plateau at that time. I was just working and just kind of studying, going through some motions, and so when this opportunity popped up, it seemed almost too good of an opportunity to be true, but after we learned it was legit, then again it seemed I had a lot of questions of whether I should do this or not. Kind of a lot of questions that you get posed when you take any time to go do something is, can you really sacrifice that time and those resources and that effort? Is it really going to be worth it without knowing exactly what you're going to get out of it? But overall, my experience has been a very positive one. I've got to make some new friends that I definitely wouldn't have met otherwise from different parts of the globe. But I've relearned a lot of valuable principles that I had kind of forgotten or hadn't thought about in a long time, and then learned a plethora of new information and just new ways to go about addressing problems or validating other ideas or figuring out ways to make dreams happen. I feel like with life, it's really easy, especially in a lot of the hard things I've gone through with, it is really easy to lose sight of yourself or your goal or even the goodness in the world or in your own life. And one thing I learned here is the value of hope and the importance it is in our lives and in pressing forward. And so hold on to that hope. Even when times get dark and things get hard, the hope is what's going to get you through there, so don't let it go. My plans at Cumorah Academy, well, my original plans, like I said, was maybe to go to law school, and I'm still considering that, but coming here and learning more about myself and about potential opportunities kind of threw a wrench into that machine a little bit, and so we're figuring out kind of where we're going to go. Like I said, law school is still an option, but the business that I'm starting to run now, it might pick up, it might not, or I might go a totally different route. As I've talked with the mentors that come here, they each have such a valuable insight in general when it comes to life and comes to potential careers. And so as I learn more from them, I hope to gain more knowledge on kind of who I want to be and chart my course after that. Would I recommend Cumorah Academy? Yes, I'd recommend Cumorah Academy, not only because of the social aspect where you come and you get to experience such a variety of cultures here. I think we have represented like 6 or 7 or even more different cultures here altogether. You get to learn from people who have incredible experience and have had incredible success both on the physical scale and on a ton of other different scales and just overall life experience. You learn new things every day as long as you're willing, as long as you're willing to, and as long as you're willing to have an open mind and an open heart to it. So yes, I would highly recommend Cumorah to other young adults.